that crosshair on. Boom. Come on, crosshair. Come back. Where you at? There it is. And there we go. We gotta turn on our handy dandy player information and names. Get on our radar or X-ray vision, whatever you want to call it. I actually managed to kill a couple people. Told you I was horrible. Played too much Invasion in 2K4. Yeah, I hear you, man. There's a bit of a learning curve when you first start this game. You just kind of have to put in a little bit of time and kind of get used to the new movement. So we already got Polymach up. One frag is here, and he's got pretty good power-up control. He's looking to secure it with this armor pickup. He does. And actually, nice. Excuse me, that's nanz. Very nice defensive move by him to use the secondary hammer to block any potential combos as he went for that armor, because it's extremely vulnerable when you come up that ramp. You're pretty much blind, so you can't see where your opponent's at or where a shot might be coming from when you're going for that armor. A lot of times you see players try to bait out a shot there, and then they'll move up and try to take the armor afterwards, hoping that they can't hit a follow-up. Oh, and that flak lands directly into Polymach's face as he comes up the jump. And gets finished off by nanz with the second shot. So all tied up here, and nanz trying to take advantage of a potential spawn kill, but actually has to retreat to retrieve this armor, as it was all even pretty much in the health department, about 50 apiece. And just good awareness by nanz and good timing to move back. He collects the armor and then immediately heads for the belt, which was up. I'm not sure how long it had been up. So he's got the high ground. Oh, misses a potential damaging combo there. I don't think it would have killed him, but certainly would have taken that armor off of him. And nanz getting caught by a couple of errant rockets from Polymach. You got to be a little bit careful with getting maybe overly aggressive when you have the stack and control of the map, because I've said this many times before in previous duels, it's pretty easy to walk into some free damage that your opponent's going to be dealing out, as nanz actually does there to Polymach. Well-timed combo as he peeks the corner on him, forcing him to retreat. He's down to 25 HP, and nanz content to just kind of play back, excuse me, and pick up the next belt. Well, that would have been a pretty funny Freudian
racist.
Totally forgot that I was actually still in TeamSpeak. As nanz gets... Actually, Polymach gets the belt, I think. Why can't I tell who has the damn belt from spec?
It's the black guy.
It's the black guy. There you go, nanz. And when you got the TACCOM on with the overlay thing, it's kind of hard to see who has the belt. Oh, nanz actually missing the elevator jump combo. That might have been a kill shot, but he recollects the pads. Pretty even in health and armor. nanz at half health, though. Wisely picks up those 2 health packs, and we'll see. Well, nanz thought about cutting him off, but realizing that the armor's not going to be up just yet, looks like he wants to set himself up for this next belt again. Really slow pace in this game. It's only 1-1. Just under 10 minutes, so they've already played a third of the map. nanz just taking some guesswork pot shots with the sniper. Goes for the elevator jump to the pads, but gets caught by a little bit of flak primary damage in midair and forced to retreat. Polymach's going to chase him. That air rocket nearly hit him in the second one. Wow, nanz is flirting with disaster here. He's really being aggressive to get this armor, but lucky for him, Polymach can't connect. And he's going to use the wall dodge to pick up the helm as well, so he's back to 150, although Poly has 120. So both of them well stacked. I think the next belt is up? Nope, not up for maybe 10 seconds. Oh, rocket hits nanz right to the face. Takes a bit of the belt that he had off. Recollects some health, though, and it looks like he did a bit of damage with that flak. And it looks like nanz is kind of He doesn't want to chase, but the belt is up. He sees it, and Polly's going to back into it. Good awareness by him. But he's not going to get away scot-free. He's already down to 35 HP. But nanz didn't have much armor, so he's playing the passive game and backing off to pick up the vest and potentially the helm if he wants to. But also, you notice nanz being very conscious of keeping that shock out of Polly's hands. You can control this map so well with the shock rifle and do what he did there, bait the pickups. You bait the belt, you bait the armor, the helm. I mean, you can get some free kills just by doing that. But still 1-1, 8 minutes. nanz has had map and armor control for most of it, but surprisingly it's been Polly who's been the aggressor for the most part. And now you see Polly down to 4 HP and nanz at 55, and they disengage. I mean, as much as you can on ASDF, they just kind of keep their distance, and good timing again by Polly. He's going to get the belt. Gets away a little bit more cleanly this time. But again, nanz always making him pay for it. And finally, the frag getting aggressive and a bit lucky probably with that flak primer, as it is a bit inconsistent right now. But a swing, perhaps, for Polly. And it's all come off of the belts, I think. He's got... Whoa, not sure what happened there. He froze up, and nanz takes advantage, gets the kill. I don't know if he accidentally hit the console key or something like that. I think we've all been there. What the fuck, Windows? Oh, that sucks, man. Another online gaming casualty. Say a prayer for him, won't you? Another fight over the belt. Polly a little early, but that combo connects in a big way on nanz, who's down to 9 HP, forced to retreat, and has to concede the belt. But he's going to get himself the armor. He's kind of running around collecting some weapons. He's going to be looking for some health now, as he is a bit low, down to 34. But Polly's low as well. There's not a whole lot of health to be had on this map. But with the armor stack being so heavy, and these guys doing a good job of collecting them, you don't see a lot of frags, even with the low health. See, nanz just kind of trying to bait Polly out into space so he can hit him with this sniper rifle, but Polly's having none of it. Gets a couple of health packs to get back to 100, 150. And he's actually giving up position on the belt here. I think nanz knows it. He's positioned himself to pick up the next one. But Polly's going to pursue. He's right above him. Maybe he's trying to bait him. Polly picked up the last one, so he knows exactly when it's up. He was a bit early coming down from below, but really just bullies nanz out of that belt area to pick up, I think, his 4th belt in a row. Still knotted up 2-2, approaching the 5-minute mark, the last third of the map incoming. Somebody's going to have to pick up the pace here. But in general, like I said, it has been Polly who's been the aggressor for the most part. He has him down to 6 HP. nanz retreating for dear life. He's back up to 50. I think he got the helm as well. He did.
5-minute warning.
There's the 5-minute warning and the piston! He picks up the armor, but I believe the flak secondary did significant damage to him, and Polly senses blood. He smells it in the air and comes after him to get the frag to retake the lead. So let's see if nanz can pull something out as he did previously and tie this thing up. He's got plenty of time, but Polly's going to get the next belt. He's had a string of them. I believe that's 5 in a row now. Nicely done by him. What he needs to do now, honestly, I'd like to see him be the pursuer, but what we're seeing him do now is tries to prevent the armor pickup, but just can't get there quick enough. But it doesn't matter. He gets wrecked, does nanz, as soon as he grabs that chest armor from the flak of Polly. But nanz dancing as much as he can, and 2 well-placed rockets get him back in the game, ties it up. And Polly's probably a little salty about that one. Man, just exposed himself to, like I said, a couple well-placed rockets that just came around the corner, down the hallway, taking the belt off, and then finally his life. 3-3 with 3.5 on the clock. And another fight over the belt, and this time it may be nanz getting it. He does, and Poly actually kills himself. That's the wrong direction, bud. Now it's 3-2, and that's a big swing. He did a bit of damage to nanz, has about half that belt off, but you certainly don't want to give up your life doing it, and he may lose another one. If nanz can connect with this rocket, he has the advantage, but doesn't hit the wall jump, misses it to try to get this armor. It doesn't matter. He has position and the better weapon, but Poly, as I said, the aggressor is going to come at him with the link and now forced to retreat as nanz has gotten himself to the high ground, but just barely. He was down to 12 HP, but the armor saving his life as Poly. If only he knew how close he's had nanz on so many occasions. Is that a trade kill? What? Oh my goodness, they trade kills there. No, actually, no. Look, yeah, it was Poly gets taken out by the stinger. And nanz got a shock core, a shock secondary off right before he got killed, and that killed nanz. So pretty much an even trade as Polymach retakes control of the belt. And with 2 minutes 30 seconds on the clock, he's got to chase down a frag, which is not too difficult to do on ASDF. But what it looks like he's doing is trying to prevent nanz from restacking. But every time it seems like he does this, he gets chipped away at by nanz, who's positioning himself to take the power-up, but he's not going to be stupid and expose himself unless he knows it's safe to do so. Now here again, you see nanz trying to wall off Poly from this armor so he can pick it up. It actually is up. You see it there. This is what he wants to get, and Poly knows it, and nanz just using the shock to, as I said earlier, bully him off the power-up so he can just swoop in and pick it up from the high ground. It's just one dodge away in that case. I mean, a bit of a risky move because he does have the lead, but at the same time, he can't allow himself to get outstacked here. It'll just be an easy frag for Poly once he does have that advantage. Looking to pick up the next belt, he does. nanz is surely going to hear that, so there'll be one more belt before this game ends, at least in regulation. And a flak battle up close and personal over here by the thigh pad spawn. Who's going to win it? nanz is in full retreat mode, but it's Poly who's got no armor left. nanz just 3. And these guys have had so many fights where they do a ton of damage to each other, but they just don't turn into frags, and they both back off as you see a battle ensue over this head armor. And it will be nanz who comes out on top, extending his lead to 2 with a minute left, and that might be it. Poly might not be able to come back from this. I have seen a 3-frag swing on this very map in 45 seconds, but there was a lot of luck involved there, and of course a great deal of skill as well. He's got his rockets out, but has the low ground, and it looks like he's going to try to get this belt and then make him... No, he moves away. He was just about to get the belt. Now here's the spawn. And with 30 seconds, he's got to go on the hunt, but look at nanz. He's at 1 HP, but he picks up the armor. If Poly can get in there and get a frag, he can potentially turn a spawn kill into sudden death. He's trying to close the distance desperately, but nanz is in full retreat, and unfortunately for Poly, he's out of good weapons, and he's going to have to retreat to find something better than an enforcer. And nanz, very savvy, realizing that he was in retreat mode, picking up the combo to secure the victory. Very close game there in the closing seconds, and it's nanz up 6-3 here on ASDF. And, man, if Poly just had a few more rocket ammo, he probably would have got that frag. And, like I said, if he gets that one and he gets a lucky spawn on nanz, he may be able to pick up the second really quickly and then, you know, get the tie at least. And maybe the lead in regulation. You never know. That's why UT is so fascinating to watch. You can have those swings just at a moment's notice. And unfortunately for him, didn't go his way that time. And nice job by nanz to hold him off. Yeah, get in there, Kims. I want to see you dueling, man.